Lethargic Sloth here, and today it's time to talk about Azerbaijan. Azerbaijan will be represented at Eurovision 2017 by Dihaj with the song Skeletons. If I had to describe this song in one word, I'm going to use the obvious, dark. This song is very dark, but you can also say edgy or mysterious. It's just that sort of song. And in the photo here, I'm using a photo of the catacombs of Paris. Now, I've actually been down there. It is quite creepy, and there are artistic stacks of skulls and bones, and it just felt appropriate for this video. So here we are to talk about Azerbaijan. Now, before I get started with the review, I do want to say something, and that's I would not be here right now if it were not for Azerbaijan. The very first Eurovision song I ever heard was 2010's Drip Drop by Safura, and this brought me in and captivated me and brought me into Eurovision. I'd never heard of Eurovision before. I've probably heard ABBA's Waterloo in the past before Drip Drop, but Drip Drop is the first song that I remember from Eurovision, and ever since I've just been completely hooked. Year after year, and Azerbaijan gets kind of a bad rap sometimes for going to Sweden and getting music and using Swedish musicians. But how I see it is it's all part of the contest, and any country can do that. It's great when countries develop their own talent and develop their own lyrics and music and musicians, but part of the rules is that they can do this. So if it's within the rules, hey, who am I to judge them for that? So now that I've expressed my, love or loyalty towards Azerbaijan, they never really let me down any year. Let's see how I feel about the song this year. Dihaj is taken from the first letters of the singer's first and last name. She previously attempted to represent Azerbaijan in 2011. In 2016, she was one of the backing vocalists for Samra's song Miracle. Skeletons is an incredibly modern and energetic song. It is about falling in love, a love the singer maybe doesn't feel she deserves because of her dark, secret, or hidden past. She is offering all of herself, including her dark past. It is an act of total devotion. Rather than being a sappy love song, this is an intense view of a complicated romance, one in which the singer is falling for the guy, feeling like she was never entitled or allowed for this type of normalcy in life. It is about exposing oneself fully and totally to another. So what's good about this song? Well, for starters, it is very 2017. Sometimes we speak of Eurovision songs as dated or sounding old. This sounds very current and fresh. It is very unique. You would not think this type of song is romantic upon hearing it for the first time, but when you think about the deep meaning, it actually is. This song is full of heart, with some innuendos to boot. I love the theme of this song. I also love the back and forth between Dihaj and the backup singers. It is almost like a volley, back and forth, back and forth. They do have to be spot on at Eurovision for this to work, but it's something I really appreciate about the studio version. Dihaj's voice is phenomenal. I love her range and the strength of her voice. She has very good range and power, and yet she can also be delicate, like in the bridge. So what's bad about this song? The song is quite simple, but at the same time it can be hard to follow. Some of the words are hard to understand, perhaps because of the fact that there is so much going on at the same time. The song has a lot of moving parts. It is a conglomeration of brilliance, but some parts are hard to understand. I had to look up the lyrics to understand what she was singing, and even doing so, it was hard to match lyrics with what I'm hearing. So clarity is a bit of a problem with this song if I'm being completely honest and fair. Viewers at home listening to this song for the first time will probably love the sound of the song, but will they understand the words and the meaning? Casual Eurovision fans make up a large percentage of the voting population, so this is something to think about. She still has to win the fans' hearts on voting night. So what's my reaction to this song? This song is music to my ears. It is incredible. I love the modern up-tempo sound. I love the dark tones, but more than anything, I love that this is a song full of substance. The theme totally makes this song. It is fun at times, playful, but also very serious. Dihaj has an incredible voice, and I feel this is a song that should do very well in Kiev. There is so much that can be done with the staging. This song leaves so much to the imagination. Skeletons, darkness, love. There's so much they can do with this. It will for sure be stuck in my top 10, and maybe even make it into my top 5. I can't emphasize enough how much I appreciate this song. It is great. I cannot wait to see this performed live, and I do not expect Azerbaijan to disappoint this year. So what's my rating for this song? I'm going to give this song a 3.5 out of 4 stars. It's very good. I think maybe the only thing separating this from Masterpiece is there is a little fuzziness in the story about what's going on, and the dictation can be a little bit better so you can understand the words, and sometimes the English gets lost in translation a little bit there. So I did have to look up the lyrics in order to be able to understand what's going on during the song. But it is a wonderful song, and it's a breath of fresh air in a year that's dominated by slow ballads. And I do love a lot of the slow ballads. It's just, but this is extraordinary. It's got some faults, so I'm very comfortable with the 3.5 here. So is this song a contender or a pretender? This song is a big, massive contender. This should be one of the favorites. It's dark, it's edgy, it's different, it's lively. It's just, gosh, it's just an amazing combination of music and lead singer, backup singers. It's not without its problems. As I mentioned, sometimes the words are hard to understand, the dictation. So it's not a perfect entry by any means. But this is an extraordinary entry by Azerbaijan, and it should do tremendous at the competition. Azerbaijan, like I said, I'm a bit biased because I love their entries. Always was one of my favorite songs of all time at Eurovision. And in 2015, I absolutely loved Hour of the Wolf. It is one of my favorite studio versions of that year. Notice how I said studio version. The problem with Hour of the Wolf is you got it to the main stage and it was a disappointment, which leads me to 2016. Samra with Miracle was my number 3. I only had Russia and Hungary above Azerbaijan last year. And Azerbaijan was also a huge, massive disappointment live. So the past 2 years have produced outstanding studio versions that I completely love and listen to all the time. But the live versions were so bad in comparison. The expectations were so high. So I really hope that Dihaj can perform live, that she's in sync with her backup singers. There's a lot of tricky things happening there between her and the backup singers. So I hope they're all in sync with each other, and this song should do very well. So I look forward to seeing how Azerbaijan will do, and I will be in the corner rooting for Azerbaijan. Thank you for listening to my review of Azerbaijan. I am working on trying to pump out videos. Unfortunately, my boss thinks it's a great time to throw overtime on me, so I'm working like crazy. It's really hard to make these videos, but I'm trying to do these reviews and get these done. I have 16 or 17 more to go. I can't remember off the top of my head. But I'm getting contests organized to put the songs head-to-head because I want to be able to make accurate predictions. In order to do that, I need to engage the people and see how the people feel about the song, so I can start picking semifinal winners and kind of just see how people feel about songs head-to-head. So I'll be doing a bunch of contests. I also want to do your top 10 overall type contests. I'll have a lot more information about all that soon. So please subscribe, please like, please share. I really appreciate your support, and I love hearing when people say they enjoy these. I love making them too. So happy Eurovision season, and till next time, Lethargic Sloth, out.